welcome once again to another episode of Open Talk. In today's episode, our guest is Rana Tabbara, founder and designer of Nanoosha, and she'll talk to us about Nanoosha. Welcome to our show, Rana.
Thank you for having me, Atifa.
Rana, to start with, tell us about Nanoosha.
Well, Nanoosha is the brand that I've established 3 years ago in 2015.
Okay.
It was actually Ramadan which inspired me to start this line, even though I don't like to market my brand as only for Ramadan.
Okay.
I was in Dubai and at the time resident there, and I was visiting Bahrain. It was Ramadan and I didn't have anything to wear.
Okay.
For going out with my family, going out to a tent. So I designed myself a cover up which was inspired by my son's bisht.
Nice.
And I decided that it was actually pretty nice to use different fabrics but make the same traditional shape. So making something that's a bit more attractive to East and West.
Okay.
Keeping the element of the Orient in there and using interesting fabrics like linens and ghutra and printed fabrics that have, like, let's say, skulls and Frida Kahlo. And then at some point I started to add some embroidery in the back, you know, like certain symbols that represent certain things to people. And it just grew as a brand. Over time I moved back to Bahrain and I tried to exhibit in Bahrain and it went really well.
Okay.
So I continued to create my creations. And at some point I got a calling of, you know, great customers and people who wanted repeating customers. And then at some point I started to contact boutiques. I currently hold my brand in Bahrain at Tilly's Concept Store in Sif Mall, ground floor.
Nice.
And in Dubai, in Wassel Road, Box Park, it's called Urbanist.
Okay.
Exclusive to Dubai. And I actually have just joined unmatchedonline.com, which is an Egyptian online shopping
Nice.
website. I do also have my things currently at Saks Fifth Avenue, Bahrain City Center for the Ramadan at Saks Fair.
All right.
And I'm hoping to keep my collection there. So
I hope so, yeah.
Yeah, I've been working really hard and I really enjoy what I do. Okay.
So Rana, can you tell me more about the background of your designs?
Okay, so first I'd like to say is that I did go to university in Lebanon, in LAU University, and my major was actually interior design, which I worked in for a few years, mostly corporate and retail.
Okay.
And then I had some children, so it was hard for me to continue doing that kind of work. I moved into photography, which was still in the art field, and also a passion I share. I love, actually I do take quite a bit of my photos myself, and sometimes I'm in them.
Okay, nice.
But you know, the interior design background, obviously I have a passion for colors and fabrics and textures, and so I've used that in my fashion to move on. And obviously doing fashion is something very personal, you know. You get to enjoy the reaction of your customer. You like to also take orders for certain customers and customize things for them. And when they receive it and they wear it, I really feel proud and I feel happy that I was able to touch somebody, you know, get somebody to feel good about themselves or wear something that's unique. Most of my designs are bespoke, which means I like to make one piece of each.
Okay.
At some point, sometimes I use the same fabrics, but I change the interior. Like, let's say you're wearing the kimono, has a gray lining and a silver neckline. I would probably use the same fabric one more time and use the inside blue and like have a blue and gold neckline and change it.
So basically, they're unique pieces.
They're very unique, and I don't mass produce, and I do take wholesale orders at times. You know, if like there's a boutique that says I want a specific collection from you, I will produce that for them, and we can work either in like wholesale or like individual, yeah.
So Rana, where do you see yourself in the future? You have been in this business for 3 years. Where do you see yourself?
Well, I do hope to grow and to have my own business. Many people have asked me to open my own boutique.
Okay.
Definitely, it's a dream of mine to have. Obviously, I'm working towards that, and I'm hoping at some point. I've spoken to Tamkeen.
Okay.
So I'd like to say that, you know, hands up to Tamkeen. They've always been there to support everyone. So I'm in the process, hopefully, of working my way up the ladder to get there and open my own boutique in Bahrain. I do also see myself growing into other parts of the world, like USA and Europe.
Okay. Nice.
I'm growing already now. I'm in regional in the markets for now. I'm between Bahrain and Saudi and Egypt, and I haven't entered Lebanon yet, even though my background is Lebanese.
Okay.
I do hope in the future to maybe enter some kind of pop-up or exhibition there, where I'll be, discovered and maybe have a permanent place there with some boutique.
That would be really nice.
Yeah, I would love that.
And have you participated in other events here in Bahrain?
Yeah, I've been in quite a few events. I was just recently at the Jawad Dome event, which was in the Moroccan setup there. It was beautiful. It was organized by Sophia Jawad.
Okay.
And I'm trying to remember some other exhibitions. I've had exhibitions in other countries as well. I've had in Dubai. I was just this January, I was in Market Out of the Box.
Okay.
It's a huge exhibition that was carried out in Burj Park.
Nice.
And it was for 10 days.
Wow.
And it was really, really amazing. It was a great experience.
Hectic?
It was very tiring. I did
Okay.
have to push aside some of my priorities, which is my family, but it was well worth it. And Dubai has a big market. It's growing,
course,
and
yeah.
it gives you great exposure. So that's why I like going to Dubai a lot for exhibitions. Yeah.
And how important are these exhibitions to you?
Well, they open up doors. I say, even if the sales weren't that great, at some times you can't be let down, because you do meet a lot of people. Sometimes you meet people who produce things like tailors and factories, and sometimes you meet people who are ready to bring your brand to their country. There's always somebody that's visiting someone from another country, so you get a French customer with a lady who lives, like her aunt is with her from France, some girl is from Germany, she brings her friend in. And you get exposure all around the world. I've had people see a piece and recognize that it was one of mine.
Wow.
Without me saying, or someone see me passing and say, "Aren't you that lady who does those cover-ups?" And I say, "Yeah, that's me."
Okay.
Because I do use myself in the pictures as well. I like to model
And that's
my
nice.
own brand, because it shows the spirit of the brand, and
Of
I
course.
like to show how my spirit is reflected
Reflecting
through
on
my
your brand.
fashion. Yeah.
That's very
Which is
nice.
very
It's,
colorful.
It is. It's very. I have seen some of your pictures, and I really like the idea, the fact that you have chosen yourself to model some of your designs, and it is very important to see who is behind these pieces.
Yes.
So
Thank you.
could you tell me what are the if you have different pieces for this Ramadan collection?
Okay. So this Ramadan collection, actually next weekend, the 24th and 25th of May, I will be exhibiting my things at Gallery 21.
Okay.
It's a 2 days thing, and the shapes that I will be exhibiting are the Ghatra Bisht, which is similar to this, but the back is not these colors, mostly the Ghatra. And you
Okay.
have many colors of Ghatra. You have green and white, مثلا red and blue,
Okay.
colors that you don't usually see men using on their head, but they're so trendy, so fashionable. And I like to match the lace, the ribbon and the lace to the color of the Ghatra. I use all pure linens and cottons and natural fabrics. I don't like to use any synthetic like polyester or something like that, or nylon-based fabrics. It's mostly organic.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, and then I have the bisht, and I have the kimonos, which you're wearing. It's like 3/4 length, long sleeved, but you can turn up the sleeves, and there's like always a bright color or interesting, contrasting color in the inside.
Beautiful.
I do also have harem pants, which I make.
Okay.
So they're like kind of genie pants, but they're also made of pure linen.
Nice.
And you can wear them either with your kimono or without a kimono, with a bisht, or with just, any kind of top that suits. I do also produce slippers, which is the
Okay.
madas, the Saudi madas.
Okay.
It's inspired by the Saudi madas, and it's for women.
All right.
And I had created a beautiful collection, which is almost, alhamdulillah, sold out,
Alhamdulillah.
of pure leathers, of bright colors like pink, turquoise, mustard yellow, green. And I also had infused a exclusive line this year using my fabrics.
Nice. That's really
like
nice.
a really nice embroidered fabric with the leather. And they're padded, so
Okay.
to make them extra comfortable. I've had only
Excellent.
good comments about my slippers. They don't need time to break in. They're easy to walk in and very trendy.
That's really
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah, thank you.
So you told me where you see yourself in the future, and you told me you hope that you would like Temkeen support.
Yeah.
How important is to have these entities to help you out in Bahrain? As we know, we have Temkeen, we have BDB, have different entities. How important is it?
I think it's super important, especially for a person like me who's an entrepreneur, is just starting out. I find that finance shouldn't be an issue to start a business. All you need is your aspirations and your dreams, and then there's somebody there by your side, guiding you and helping you, giving you the advice you need and the financial support you need. So I find it very important, especially they support, because I'm Bahraini. I've been here since I was 4 years old, and Bahrain is my country. I love Bahrain. I consider myself a visitor when I go to Lebanon. So I love Bahrain, and I love that everything it has to offer. I love the way that it's a small country, but everyone's so close to each other. Everyone's ready to help, be it from financial to startup businesses, or stranded on the street with your car and somebody helps you. I mean, it's a great place to be, and people are so friendly, and I love to be associated with Bahrain. I'm very proud.
I'm sure Bahrain is proud to have you.
Thank you.
And would you like to say any message to everyone that's out there that's watching us today?
What I just say, I'd like to thank all my customers and all the visitors that came to my exhibitions, and all the people that have purchased something from me in the past and supported me, especially my mom and dad and my husband, my mother Zahra Tabbara and my father Dr. Khalid Tabbara, and my loving husband Yunus Skaini, and my loving kids Omar, Leila and Rayan. They've always been supportive of me. They've always helped me. They pushed me and encouraged me to follow my dreams, despite the fact that I'm not with them. So yeah, that's what I'd like to thank.
Those are very lovely words.
Thank you.
And family it's always amazing to have your family to support you when it comes to these things. Well, wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
I would love to see your designs abroad.
I would love that too. Thank you so much for having me on the set.
Thank you. Once again, our guest today was Rana Tabbara, founder and designer of Nanoosha. Thank you for watching Open Talk, and have a good evening.